Hey everybody, welcome back. So this almost wraps up the double page spread for the heroes for the role-playing project. I've been talking about this probably for at least a month now. So what we're going to watch in this video is just the inking and the very minimal rendering that I do on the entire double page spread. And yeah, the next videos that I'll upload will be coloring. And I will say right off the crack, I'm not sure if I succeeded in this, simply based on the way I did the shadows. Excuse me. I try to be mindful. I think it's good. I think it's fine. I'm just wondering if there was a better way. There's usually always a better way, and I'm always trying to think of that after I do something. If I can look at it and say, next time, what can I do to make it better? And I knew going into this that even though things are going to get detailed, that I'm the one that's going to be coloring. So I know what is and what isn't happening on the page. So when I go in there to lay the flats down and start doing that stuff, hopefully that's going to help bring this piece, just give that a little extra touch, because it is kind of a Where's Waldo. There's a lot going on, and again, I'm just wondering what a better way of doing this would be. And all that's to say, I don't feel like this is a failed drawing at all. I'm actually really proud of how this turned out. And it's exciting, personally, and I don't know if you guys find it exciting. Maybe find it cool. If you do, awesome. But anyway, so I already have, if you look on the right there, I've got a few folders going on in Manga Studio. Since this is a pretty busy piece, the folders at the bottom, that's just for all like the normal line art. There's some layers in there that you guys don't need to see. Just literally messes, experiments, and things that just maybe hadn't worked out. The next folder that I have here is for inks, and that's what you're seeing right now. I'll try to do line weights mixed with actual solid blacks, and then I'll do another folder just for rendering. That way, at any moment, I can just go back and get rid of something if I feel like it needs to be clear or I over-rendered it. And speaking of rendering, that's something I wanted to talk about really very quickly here. I barely render at all in this piece, and I don't know if it's a style choice or not, or it could just be Manga Studio. I still don't feel that the rendering, I can't render as cool as I think I can when I use pencil. And I'm not sure what that is. The one thing that comes to mind is when I do draw with Manga Studio, I feel that it's still very soft and smooth, whereas with a pencil, it can be very stiff and rigid. Okay? Take that as you will. But in all seriousness, that's how it kind of feels when I'm moving and drawing with that tool. And it's just, I don't know, Manga Studio still doesn't, I think Manga Studio 5 actually feels more like that, to be honest. And I just need to play around a little bit more with Manga Studio 5, and I might just make the switch if that's the case, because I've tried a lot of things with Manga Studio 4, and personally, this is personally, that's the one downside that I have, is that I feel like my lines get too smooth. And I have to figure a way to get them sharp. Even though there's probably a lot on here that look sharp, it's the feel. Like a lot of people say they don't like to draw digital because they don't like tablets and stuff because of the way it feels. So it's something that's a personal thing. All that is also to say that I highly recommend Manga Studio 4 because I think it's a phenomenal software program for black and white line art. And you guys have heard me sing its praise. But here we go, I'm going into the rendering, just kind of bringing out some of the shapes. This is hopefully, what most people look at first is the primary figure. That's where I had my compositional rule of thirds lined up. That was the spot that I chose to have most of the focus. So a lot of lines point that way, and that's where I wanted to put, not necessarily the most detail or the most rendering or shadows, but I want it to look clean and understandable as what's going on. And those kids, again, one more time, in case you hadn't seen the previous video, they're looking at that character to help guide the eye. So there's like a triangle thing going on where you might see the kids and their eyes are leading back up at that hero whose eye is looking off to the corner as everything goes in there. So hopefully it all kind of goes into a circle, but you can still stay in these little spots and look around at the cool little details and stuff. And again, trying not to go too render heavy on these creatures and stuff, even though they should be the ones that probably have the most rendering. This character here, he's sort of in the middle ground, maybe a little bit background-ish, middle ground-ish, This character here is in the extreme foreground. You can see her lips in the front left. That's where I want to have not necessarily a lot of rendering on her either. I think really quickly just talking about that is I'm seeing myself get less and less rendery, and I'm wondering if that's going to be the next step in where I start drawing and taking things and just worrying mostly on shadow. But anyway, we'll find out. Thanks for watching. Keep reading comics, keep making comics, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care.